how sweet it is. I'm mad late to the show. To be loved by you nerds, what is up? It's me, buddy pal HeyArcher. Welcome back to HeyArcher Live here on Nerd Affiliated. I couldn't hear anything out of my headphones, so I was like, oh, something's wrong. It wasn't wrong. It was my fault. But you don't care about that. You don't care about that light either. This is your weekly Thursday night show where we sit back, relax. I said we sit back, relax, and pour ourselves just a little bit of...
More specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
And we shoot the breeze. We shoot the shit. We talk about whatever it is you want to hit. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything else to rhyme there, but nonetheless, thank you all for being here. It is nice to not be coming to you live from a gas station in Connecticut somewhere. So I feel like we're moving up in the world. We're going places, we're doing things, we're seeing things, and hopefully nothing bad. Nothing bad. Fresh back from Comic-Con. Talked a little bit about it on Tuesday with Anthony. Talk about it some more today. It was a good time. Some of you are in the chat. We're at Comic-Con. Maybe you want to go to Comic-Con, so we can talk about that too. But more importantly, if you've got yourself a YouTube channel, podcast, blog, OnlyFans, newsletter, smoke signals, whatever it may be, put it in the chat. Support one another. Plug yo shits. Oh shit. I wish I could talk about a cool HasLab that was announced, but Hasbro didn't do that, so we're not talking about that. But we'll talk about whatever it is you want to talk about, and maybe I'll even throw a link in the chat. If you guys want to jump on, you can. But as I say every week, without further ado, the man, the myth, the legend. I almost missed the drum roll, but I got it just in time. It's me.
Boo!
It's me.
Rubbish! Filth!
I'm the problem.
Muck! Boo! Boo! Boo!
It's me. Good to see all of you. Good to see you guys here in the arena. First of all, I want to say shout out to Creativity from the Future, our latest affiliate to join over at nerdaffiliated.com. So down in the chat, you will see a link pinned at the top. That is our new $1 membership, $1 support group, $1 bail money for the channel, since we're in YouTube prison, after all. Shout out to KO. She also joined this week. Appreciate you long time. And if you guys want to join, you can click the link down below just to get the plugs out of the way here. We'll be doing exclusive streams over on the website. We'll be doing some exclusive videos, exclusive edits of videos over there. So stay tuned for that. The first one actually may be the Comic-Con one. I'm thinking about doing 2 different edits, one of them being exclusive to those members over at the website. Again, it's just $1. So if you want to join, head over there to link down below. Don't forget, of course, to hit the thumbs up. I already saw a couple of you just smash that shit right real quick. I saw it just come up on the screen there. And more importantly, I stopped being a little lazy. I stopped being lazy. Let me make sure it's on the website here before I talk out of turn, as the kids would say. I miss having my pedal button. I miss having my button. It's annoying not having that. Nerdaffiliated.com, your link, your source for all things nerd affiliated, including, finally, the Ghostbuster. Sorry, that's not true at all. The Nerdbuster patch is on the site, despite me spelling separately wrong. But it's there, $9.99. You get yourself a patch. I even included some pictures that have the dimensions, and you'll be ready to fight off some nerds at your next convention. So make sure you head over there and check that out. My suggestion, this isn't on purpose. This was one of those, like, I noticed it after the fact. But my suggestion, if you're going to be buying the nerd patch, because the website has like a flat shipping type of thing, like baseline, like it goes up if you add a whole bunch of stuff, but it has like a baseline. I would get yourself something else too. Maybe like stickers or something just to justify I think it's like $6 shipping or something like that. So not my fault. You could blame the internet for that and print on demand. There is, before I continue, there's a limited amount. So head over there, check them out. They may sell out right away. But stop back in. I'll let you guys know when we do get more in stock. If it goes that route, of course. I don't want to just assume. I don't want to assume. Also, of course, hit us up on Instagram, Nerd Affiliated over there. We also have myself, HeyArcher on Instagram, the Rambling Nerd Anthony on Instagram. That's where we usually post all of our updates, and you can contact us. So make sure you head over there. Anthony's like the new social media king. He's out here making shorts, adding graphics with the assistance of Aaron Waller. So shout out Anthony. There you go. I mean, after all, we probably wouldn't have even done the cosplay if not for Anthony. So there's that. But I've rambled too long. That's his job. We'll start from the top. Say hi to everybody in the chat. Josh in the house. Good to see ya. Aaron Waller. I really got to get here earlier. It's just that I'm late. I'm late every time, you know? Dave's Dimension in the house. Who are you going to call? Nerd Affiliated. They ain't afraid of no YouTube. That's right. We are not afraid of no YouTube. There he is. Creativity from the future. Shout out to you. Yeah, 824. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Anthony in the house, of course. I said I threw that link in the description there. All right, Dave, I'll come back to that once I continue on. Just saying hello to everybody. Hobbies with Jose in the house. Good to see you. Steve Mercado in the house. Good to see you, our fellow nerd buster from the weekend. JB in the house. Just got home from work and all is good. All is well. There he is. Know Your Craft in the house. Good to see you. Henry Resilient in the house with those Austin St. John updates over there. So make sure that's your new source right there. That's the new source for those spicy Austin St. John stories. Rambling Nerd says, I would like to say I have a much better posture. Ha ha ha. Of course I slouch as the shutter is pressed. Is that in the photo? Are you slouched over in one of the photos and I missed it? Yeah, I think. I mean, you're not really slouched over. I mean, if you tell me to look for it, I'll look for it. But I don't think that's that bad. I have a way worse posture. And before I continue and go back to Dave's point earlier, I got to say, the HasLab pack, not to be a female dog, but the HasLab pack, not the lightest thing in the world. I give Steve, Anthony, and the rest of you credit who rocked that thing because the Spirit pack was so light. I forgot I was wearing it, from time to time in the show. But you guys with the Will's HasLabs, I remember helping you a couple times. I think that's got some weight. Wow.
Whoa!
The thing has got some weight to it. So there you go. I'll get back to Anthony's rebuttal there to Dave. Raven Pontiac Media, a.k.a. Consult a Blind Guy in the house. Good to see ya. And he got his LLC Monday for his 38th birthday. Let's go. Love that. Love that. Love that. Dave saying, I doubt it because it's way bigger than the pack. Oh, interesting. Patrick saying hi to everybody. I flatter you. I try not to flatter you that much. Yeah, in the photo. Dave says Spirit is a feather compared to everything else. It is. It is. But of course, Anthony, with the HasLab isn't the heaviest thing I wear on my back. There you go. That is true. It's damn true. So, Dave, let me go back up here. I should have started. I forget that it's an option on here. Dave says, rumored speculation, a slime blower HasLab, but I'm doubtful. Just going to star that. I'm kind of doubtful too. So I'm going to show you guys what we're talking about here, in case any people are not the biggest Ghostbuster fans. Slime blower. All right, here we go. So the slime blower is what you saw in the second movie, and that is what they wore when they went into the Statue of Liberty to spray the slime and get her to walk through the city and increase the peace, all that fun stuff. I agree to Dave's point, though. It's a bit large. That'd be a large one to make for a HasLab. But who knows? Who knows? I think if they had... This is a little cosplay one somebody made there. I think if they made the proton pack in a way where like you can plug and play things, disconnect things, or attach it, maybe, but it's pretty hefty. That'd be a pretty hefty thing to walk around with, but people do it. People do it all the time. Oh, this is like the 3D, the 3D model you can get. There it is. Yeah. We'll see. But I don't know. I'm thinking if I was a betting man, I think I talked about it at the Comic-Con with some folks, but I forgot to comment here. Anthony said that the slime blower would be cool, I guess. I don't know. I'm with Dave. Trap, meter, and goggles, or real Ghostbuster set. So I would suspect, right? Now, this is all based on what Hasbro does at the moment. I don't know why my nose is so itchy today. I'm going to go based on what they do at the moment. So let's see. What's a good section here? This one works. Yeah, this will work. All right. Switching screens. So I'm over on the Halloween page, by the way, 20% off orders over $99. So it's definitely a good deal if you want to pick up some things. If you are a member of Hasbro Pulse, it's not as good of a deal because sometimes we get 30% off, but 20% still not bad. So on here, one of the more popular items that they tend to sell, year after year is the Stormtrooper helmets or variants of the helmets. So, here you have the Ahsoka one. And then if you scroll down some more, you have just a plain Phase 2 one. You have a Stormtrooper one here. They've done like 2 or 3 over the years. So what we've learned from Hasbro, by the way, the wand's back in stock. So it's about $108, I think, after the sale. What we've learned over the years is Hasbro loves a good repaint. Most toy companies love a good repaint. You make a mold of something, you want to get the most out of it. The only way to get the most out of it is repaint it. Repaint it, use it for all your characters if you can. Obviously you can't, but you try your best. Wrestling does that the most, where there's like 5 different torsos, and then they use it for every single wrestler that they can. The hands especially. So wrestling does it a lot, and Hasbro does it too, especially the Marvel Legends line, the Black Series line. But if they're going to follow suit, I think it would be easiest for them to use an existing mold, so they can use their proton pack that they created. And I would speculate a repaint of this making it part 1. So no battle damage, no yellow hose thing here, no silver weathering anywhere. Just straight up part 1 Ghostbusters pack. That's my thought. That's what I think they would do. Now, if I were them, to entice people to want more than one, especially if you're somebody who has the HasLab pack, it's like, all right, like, do I really need to spend another 4 something on something I have just painted a different color? It's going to be a little tight. But, what if you do some improvements? So, something that kept happening to Steve and Anthony at the show was they would turn the pack on, for pictures, shoot the lights off and stuff. And then there's a timer in it, turns off. So, what if they fix that issue? So, if I'm Hasbro, hey guys, part 1 Ghostbusters pack, no battle damage, clean, mint, and it stays on. There's no 30-second timer or whatever it is. Just stays on. I think you might get people at that point to get a second one. Maybe there's other bells and whistles they can add onto it. I'm not sure, what else you would do, because it probably will cost you some money to change up the painting and all that stuff. But maybe do that. Other things, probably would cost you some more for new models or new wire models, that kind of stuff. But I think simply that one change plus the new color scheme, that could work. I think that could work. Now, to Anthony's comment before, I do think a real Ghostbusters pack would be good too. So, real Ghostbusters Proton pack. So one that's in this, blue color scheme. But the reason I don't think they would do this, especially at that price point, is you don't want to isolate anybody who's like, oh, I don't really cosplay that. Like, that's too no pun intended on TV show names here, but that's too extreme, I think, of a color scheme. Like, you really got to be committed to the cartoon look to get the blue one. So I think just straight black, no battle damage, part 1. That's what I would do. Because the other thing, if I was them, I would pay attention to, 18,000 people right now are on spirithalloween.com looking at this life-size pack that costs half the price. So this number, it does change from day to day. It's not like a stagnant number. But this thing consistently sells out. We got to beat them. So let's fix some of the electronics, make it unbattle damaged, and just release it. That's what I would do if I was them. But who knows? Dave says a firehouse will be great too. Anthony says it would, but I can't wear a firehouse to Comic-Con. That's fair. Dave says people have modded the HasLab packs and painted them themselves to look like the GB1 Proton pack. Plus, they include new clean labels. Yeah, sure. Steve says getting that mod. Rambling says the box arrived from Frankengeek. Yeah, shout out to Frankengeek. I think I still owe Anthony a beer. Yeah, we had a lot of beers there. And Dave says, I'm playing long game and fingers crossed November 1st. I will get Spirit on clearance. That's my game. That's my plan. That is my plan. But what about the rest of you? If you could, cosplay New York Comic Con, what would you do? What would you do if money was not, an issue? Even if you want to be realistic. And like, you know what? I want to do a cosplay for this Halloween. Halloween's what, 2 weeks away? Not even. What about next year? New York Comic Con Halloween. What are you thinking? Yeah, Patrick. I said that months ago when I started well, when the idea came up to do the cosplay, I was like, oh, I have a proton pack already. I forgot I had bought it. Bought it like 2-3 years ago on clearance. And I said, I'm always a Spirit Halloween every November 1st. Like this cosplay aside, that's my shit. November 1st is like a holiday for me. I'm at Spirit Halloween. You drop like $200, you get like almost $800 worth of stuff. It's great. But the life size pack, that's gonna be the one to try to track down, because I've looked online a bunch. They are not in a lot of stores. Like it didn't seem like they get a lot of inventory on that. So there's a couple of spirits up in the Massachusetts area I'm gonna go check out. I know a bunch of them don't have it. I doubt they're getting another shipment, but I'm gonna go nonetheless. And maybe if they don't have the spirit like large life size anymore, I buy another 80% and just mod that differently. Because I got to say, the 80% pack, it was light, and I enjoyed that fact that it was light. But what say you guys? What say you? If you could cosplay something, what are you thinking? What are you in the mood for? What are you in the mood for? All right. There's one other thing that grabbed my attention last week, and I had some comments come through about the price point. And I don't know, I guess I'm like just used to it. Some of you are used to it. Where you at? Where you at? Here we go. But last week, we got a new drop. I'm over the age of 16, I think. Last time I checked. JB said, I'm getting the one of, not one of one scale. Yeah, life-size scale. The Martian. The Mars Attacks Martian. That'd be great if you bought that. And you put that in the room, for sure. Rambling Nerd says, I'll be getting my MacGyver on and duct taping the Alice frame up. Yeah. Dave says, I had several packs being planned. Evil Proton Pack. Ooh, that's a good one. A new Back to the Future pack and more. There you go. Love that. Love that. So SH Figure Arts announced the new Vegeta. I believe it's actually a redo. It might even be a re-release. But Vegeta from the Namek saga. They have him coming out with the more not pronounced. What's the word I'm looking for here? The forehead's bigger. The forehead's bigger. It's got some cool new animations to the face, for the different scenes in the show. And, I was thinking about it. I was thinking about picking this one up. But somebody was like, 65 seems a bit rich when it comes to buying these figures, these SH figures. And I can agree from time to time. I think $65, when it came to like Yamcha was good. Even Frieza at 85 because it came with other accessories, if you guys remember. But Vegeta on his own with no accessories for another figure, I think 65 is a little bit steep considering, you have this one here for 35. Is it really twice the figure? Not sure. But I was wondering if you guys are, I know your craft is all in. He's a bad influence, I have to say. But I don't know, I think 65 for a figure that you're really buying once. You're not really buying this often. With Dragon Ball Z and SH Figure Arts, depending on the series you're in, there's so many variants of the character that you would probably like or want. So I don't know. I think for like a 1 or 2 time purchase, 65 for that Vegeta is good. But it's not my Vegeta. I was not the biggest Saiyan Saga Dragon Ball Z fan. So him with the large shoulder pads was never my jam. I liked the thin shoulder pads, the Namek Saga style. That was my jam. So I already have that Vegeta. So there's no reason for me to buy this one. But, yeah, like this one here. Like, you have the option of a $70 one, a little bit more. Comes with that display stand, cross arms, different face plates, and then it comes with different hair too. So to me, that's more $65. You're getting a whole separate head sculpt on there. But I don't really care about the God stuff. So again, if you buy one or two Vegetas, you're kind of set. Dave says he meant Evil Dead. Oh, that's a good idea. How are you going to do that? What's the, you going to just incorporate a chainsaw in there? Ooh, I have an idea for you. Hang on. Let me go. I mean, it might not be Evil Dead as much. You probably have an idea of what I'm saying here, where I'm going with this. It might not be Evil Dead as much, but if you smack a toy chainsaw on the wand, might be more like Gears of War looking, but still, if you're doing Evil Dead, I think you need a chainsaw. What? Motherfucking chainsaw. Sorry.
Boo! Boo! Rubbish! Filth! Slime!
I don't know why I did that.
Boo! Boo! Boo!
I don't know why I did that. Fucking chainsaw.
Boo!
I mean, come on, Limp Bizkit. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself pretending like you weren't into Limp Bizkit back in the day. None of you can. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right. Next, I want to do an unboxing. I'm kind of behind on doing some unboxings. By the way, if you're new to the live stream, welcome. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Usually on the channel, we talk TV shows, movies, upcoming movies, all sorts of nerdy stuff, right? Marvel, DC, etc. But we're trying our best to honor the current actor strike going on. Previously, we had the writer strike going on. That one is good, but we're still trying to honor the actor strike, so that's why we're not talking any of the new shows, past shows, reviews, that kind of thing. So we've turned more like toy-centric and apparently Ghostbusters-centric. But, because of that, we'll do more unboxings and stuff like that here on the show. A motherfucking chainsaw.
Boo!
T3 says, I've been running into Ross every day this week, and it's been kind of dry until today. More G.I. Joe Classified, Tomax, Zermont, and Stalker for $5.99. There you go. Exactly. Little bit limp. Yeah, I sounded just like Fred Durst, right? It was the same thing. We're aging ourselves with that one. Yeah. All right. So I want to do an unboxing. I didn't really plan it. I've been running around editing a bunch of photos, going to start editing the Comic-Con video. So I don't have my second camera. However, I still want to do it. I'm going to do this unboxing in the style a la Yukon Phil, where I'm probably going to just open it right here, show it to you guys, that kind of thing. So I think we're going to do that. But I want you guys to decide. Ooh. So there's one thing I won't open, but I'll show you that I got it. We got our McFarlane animated series Bat Cycle. The reason I don't want to unbox this one now is I kind of want to do a dedicated one where I have a second camera on it, B-roll, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to hold on to this one, but just letting you know, it finally arrived from McFarlane. So, do you guys want me to unbox Senor Xanatos? The Rock, finally? Or Prey? Which one are we going for here? Let me know. I'm gonna put it in the. I want to make a poll real quick. Let's see. Thanatos, Prey, Rock. All right. Poll is in the chat. But Dave's saying Xanatos has to breathe. Anthony's a fan of the animated series, just slightly. But he's saying Prey. And T3 says The Rock. So we got a 3-way tie going on here. I kind of want to vote myself, but I want you guys to decide. All right, I can't see the whole poll right now, but it looks like Xanatos is at 40%, so I wonder who everybody else is at. Let's see. Yeah, I can't see it. I'll give it another 2 minutes to see how many more votes we get. But I don't know. I kind of want to do the Prey figure only because we did the Iron Clan figure 3 weeks ago. So the Xanatos is going to be the same except different color scheme with the face. So I kind of want to do the Prey. The Prey, our movie of the year 2021? Is that when that came out? It's been so long. It's kind of leaning that way. Patrick's saying, I wanted the Bat Cycle. I did want to open that too. But you know what it is? With the Bat Cycle, there's one question I want to answer. Can you pose the Bat Cycle in the Akira power slide position? It's literally the only question I want answered. So I want to unbox it. I want to do it properly. Ray Castro in the house. Good to see you. Sorry I missed you guys. You guys were, Saturday, I think? All right. Give it another 30-ish seconds. I think Prey might be in first place. That's what I'm thinking right now. You can dedicate a whole night, to The Rock. You're a bad influence, sir. You and T3, man, trying to get me on those G.I. Joes. T3 at the Ross. You just getting all the pickups online. It's you guys are trying to get me back into some G.I. Joes. All right, I'm gonna end the poll. Last chance. 3, 2, 1. There you go. Wow, The Rock got no love. He only got 12%. That's crazy. Of course, make sure you hit that like button if you're not done so. And as a reminder, the new channel memberships link pinned in the chat and nerdaffiliated.com. Pick yourself up a cool Nerd Buster patch. Not just for your cosplay, put it on anything. It's not limited to a cosplay. So, we got our Prey figure. Let me open up the screen so I can make sure it's in focus when we need to be. I like the box because it's so simple. And also, when the movie Prey was announced, wow. Let's try that again. When the movie Prey was announced, we didn't know it was a Predator movie. So even though it says, Ultimate Feral Predator here, it's not blatantly Predator on the front. People may see it. Oh, what is that? Open it up. Wow, it's Predator. That's when you find out, just like in the movie. And here you go. In the window, shield, some accessories. But of course, the main thing we want to see is that mug. Let's see how that mug looks. So, let's give this guy an open here. Let's give him some oxygen. Right now, I've said it before, say it again. I think NECA is winning this year. As far as toy companies go, I think NECA's winning this year. I've talked about it before. JB brought it up the other day on, I forget what live stream you were on. Was that with Phil? I think it was when you were with Phil. And I think NECA's the line of the year between the Prey figure, between the Gargoyle Iron Clan figure, and considering it's only 30. I mean, think about that. I was just showing you guys a Dragon Ball Z figure that costs twice as much as this figure and is not nearly as durable. The Dragon Ball Z figure is maybe like that high. So with NECA, you get a lot of bang for your buck and some good quality. So I think NECA's winning the year for me. General Kenobi. Good to see you, brother. Oh, snap. Nice fig. There you go. HK in the house. Good to see you. Welcome. I won't go into details, but would you ever cover politics, religion, such as the issues going on right now in the world? Good question. So I'm going to go no. I'm going to go no. Only reason is I talked politics a little bit on the Nerd Affiliated channel back in 2020. And I kind of want Nerd Affiliated to be like your escape from things, like your escape from, horrors and atrocities going on out there. So that's the only reason why I don't bring that stuff up. And I also think, I speak for myself. I'm not speaking for everybody that's Nerd Affiliated, but I also think there's certain things that don't have to be said, in a sense of like, I think everybody would know where I stand on certain things, because there's some things that are just wrong. And especially when it comes to like kids and stuff, like they shouldn't be in the crossfire stuff. So both literally and figuratively. So I think you guys already know where I stand on that kind of stuff. So that's why I don't go into politics that much. I try not to at all here on the channel, just to keep it like neutral and to be your escape from stuff. So there's my 2 cents on it. And I don't want that. It's weird. The what do you call it? The Fandom Menace like side of YouTube. It went from talking about how much Star Wars sucks in the age of Last Jedi. It went from that to everything being like woke. Like they brought so much politics into it, and to the extent that it became like the identity of that group. And I don't want us to have like an identity where people see it and like they're like, oh, I know where they fall on stuff. Like, I don't think it's necessary. So that's the only reason why I don't do it. But like I said, with certain things, I think it's safe to assume where we would fall on things as a whole. Whenever innocent people are involved in stuff, that's a no-no, not cool. So do what you will with that information. But we'll get back to the program there. Wait, you got Xantos already? Yeah, I got Xantos a couple weeks ago, I think. I thought I showed him on stream. You're missing shows, Kenobi? Like, what are we doing? What are you doing? And HK said, got you too. I appreciate the question. That was a really good question. Patrick says, I feel like NECA had the most pre-orders to release in 23, like things that actually got into the hands of consumers. Yes, I do think of all the groups outside of, the most egregious, I would say, is Super 7. Like, Super 7, it always sounds like I'm bashing them. I'm not. I just have issue, even though I'm a fan. Super 7, I think, is the most egregious with, like, I'm going to do a pre-order, I'll see it in a year. Like, that's annoying. I hate that. Hasbro has a lot of pre-orders, but I feel like most Hasbro pre-orders, it's like a minimum 6 months, and then it's like in your hands for the most part. Maybe like there are things they jumped the gun on. I was thinking of the Sabine helmet. Like they announced that. I'm like, you just announced it because the show was on TV, not because it was like anywhere near complete. So they'll do stuff like that sometimes. But I think NECA gets it in your hands faster. Pause. I think it's faster. So that's where I still kind of give NECA the win. But Hasbro has a couple times said, oh, this, like I think of Peter Parker, right? Peter Parker, they announced it And then 3 months later, he just starts showing up and shipping out, which I don't think anybody expected. So, from time to time they do right by us. But let's take out this figure. And NECA always with these plastic twist ties. I hate them. So I'm always afraid I'm gonna like damage the figure while I'm like taking it out. Give me a second. Talks amongst yourselves. As I try not to break this thing or cut into it. It was definitely cool also talking to the NECA team at Comic-Con. That video will be out. I'm thinking the Comic-Con video is out by like Tuesday. Again, I think I'm going to do 2 different edits, and the Nerd Foundation members, I don't know if they're going to get a longer version of it, but they're definitely going to get some licensed music I wouldn't be able to use normally. Do what you will with that information. This last one, this one's tough. Can I? Hang on. Take out the back part. Oh, okay. So on the back of the packaging, right? It was like this, and you can take off the back, and there's more accessories. From the pictures, I was like, oh, is there like another head sculpt in here I'm just not seeing? And it turns out there's just different mouthpieces on it. So for different positions there. And then, of course, different hands as well. Let's get this last plastic tie here. There we go. A little ASMR action for you guys. I missed one. That's what I'm saying. There's always like another. I hate these. There it is. And there we go. You know what this figure reminds me of instantly? Is Archer from Small Soldiers. Like that figure, if anybody had that. Leader of the Gorgonites. It reminds me of that. Got some decent articulation. Double jointed elbows. Wow, that's a surprise on a Predator figure. Not too much on the ab crunch. Details on like the skirt thing. It's chainmail. Got a skull on there. Looks like that could be a fox. Didn't he kill a fox in the movie? I feel like that was like one of the first kills. I think that's what that is. It's a bloody like fox skull on it. Nice. Got the helmet, of course, or the trying to get out of the way so it focuses on it. Got the skull mask on it. I definitely am going to rock that one. But it does come off pretty easily. There he goes. It's a great figure. Head articulation. Pretty good. The mouth does not open or close, but see, I'm gonna check what I dropped first. I dropped like his like mace or something. The mouth doesn't open or close, but he comes with other mouths they can add on there. Hands are all falling out of here. I love how there's even, this is why I like NECA. There's even details behind the mask. I don't know if you can see that. But there's even like painting in there. Nothing's left just like plain. So you have the screaming, mouth open, like full rage, and then you have just like snarling on there. So that's cool. That's cool. Just gonna see if I could swap out. This is gross. He looks gross. See, I'll take these off. Also, you just pull down, and then pop in. This is sick. That's sick. That's great. Again, $30. 35, 32, something like that. So when this one's on, you could still fit that on there. Yeah, it's on there good too. That's great. That's great. That might be the pose right there. Freaking just like hands open, like in the OG Predator movie. Just like, come on. Love that. I'm gonna grab the OG Part 1 Predator. Put them side by side. Let's see how they stack up. I remember watching a video a long time ago on like the different kinds of predators. And this one I think is like one of the more taller ones of like the species. Patrick says he looks hella detailed. Yep. And did they drop the girl too? They did not. They did not. I'm not going to lie. When it comes to NECA, I feel like NECA really excels at non-human characters. I feel like that's their lane. Like, I have actually, that's not even true because Terminator figures are dope. Like, yeah. They're just great all around. It just I like ate my own words there because I'm thinking about it. I'm like the Sarah Connor, John Connor back there, great. Casey Jones, great. Arnold Schwarzenegger, great. But maybe they're like, we only want to put out the characters that are most popular when it comes to the human side, and not just everybody. When it comes to Predator, I mean, do you Part 1? Do you need everybody outside of Dutch? Probably not. Give us more Arnold Schwarzenegger figures. I think we'll take those all day. Will people buy Carl Weathers and the other characters? Debatable. This weekend when we saw Alex Murphy from Terminator, like that human character, all for it. Bullet holes, all that stuff. Looks great. Do I want the other cop from Terminator? No, not really. So when it comes to Prey, would I buy the girl? Debatable. Loved her in the movie, but I don't think I need a toy for her. Maybe her brother I would buy. Maybe. But best believe Predator 2, if they ever drop the Danny Glover figure, all in. All in. All right, let me grab a couple other Predators just to show you guys a little side by side. I like somehow hit play on the video. By the way, ran out of time, but Creativity from the Future. I have to add your name to the title of our videos because you're a sponsor. Don't want you to think I forgot. Another like knife weapon dropped. So first thing, wow, he's dusty. Holy shit. Here is, yeah, man. Here's the OG movie, Jungle Predator. next to Feral Predator from Prey. Huge size difference. Huge size difference. And I believe that's how it's supposed to be based on their species and all that. So there you go. Didn't you get a Predator 2 figure, or was it just Predator and not Danny Glover? I did not buy Predator 2 figure. I want to. I was holding off because I was trying to be very selective in the purchasing. And at that time, when there was another Predator like push, all I wanted was Jungle Predator. Like, because my first Predator purchase was the Priest. And I was like, this thing's sick. All in. So I wanted Jungle Predator. And I was like, I'll get Predator 2 later. Because he kind of sits. He kind of shelf warms. A lot of the Predator figures shelf warm. But bang for the buck, they're some of the best. Some of the best. So now that I'm not like collecting a lot of other figures, like I'm good on Turtles. Like I got everything I've wanted from Turtles. I'm good on DC, really. Marvel Legends. I got all the Spider-Man I could want, minus the animated series. Like there's not really much out there I need that's even coming out. So like maybe now I'll get a couple more Predators, including part 2. Because there's also Battle Damage part 2 where the hand's missing and it has like the green blood and all that stuff. So I'll get the part 2. And then I wish I would, if they made a Danny Glover, man, that'd be so good. So again, here's your comparison there. Next up, we have the purchase from last year's New York Comic Con from the vault of the NECA booth, which I wish they did a vault this year, but they didn't. It's fine. I forgive them. It was a great booth nonetheless. We have the Stealth Predator from the movie Predators. Sorry, it's like not focused. There you go. Again, the Feral Predator is a taller, leaner one. So you have that size difference there. This is from the Predators movie with Adrian Brody. So this has not been out for a number of years. And what NECA did last year, if you go back and watch that cosplay video, or Comic-Con video, they did an out of the vault section where they had some stuff on sale that hadn't been out in a long time. Picked this one up, picked up Dutch from the first movie, and they also had the 4-pack Turtles from when they did their rock concert. Skipped it. I regretted it for a while, but then I was like, I wouldn't even have it displayed at this point. So I'm all right missing that out. JB says Universal Monsters and TMNT monsters are amazing. Yeah, the monster stuff's great. Like the horror stuff from NECA, really good. Really good. And then the next comparison, something I bought with our good friend Billy Nichols of A Bunch of Nerds. Make sure you check out their Comic-Con video. They dropped it yesterday. I picked up a T2 Terminator from it's like a video game variant. They do that now with like the gargoyles. Not gargoyles, but with Goliath, they have like that video game style. They did that with Terminator as well. This Arnold body is like pretty standard for like the other Arnold Schwarzeneggers up there as far as size. So here's your size comparison of an Arnold Schwarzenegger. Focus, you son of a bitch. Close enough. Your Arnold versus Predator. That's your size comparison. What I wish, I thought about it the second I purchased the Feral Predator. Or sorry, the Jungle Predator. I was like, I would love to have G.I. Joe's versus Predator. I feel like that would line up so well as far as like recreating your own, Predator Dio or whatever. But these are, the NECA figures are 7-inch scale. Those are 6-inch. Doesn't line up. Actually, I'll grab a G.I. Joe right now. Not who I would have in the picture, but just for a point of reference. Storm Shadow versus, it's not close. Even if I grab the shorter one. Not close. So missed opportunity. I think if these were 6-inch scale, G.I. Joe's versus Predator would be great for photography. But at the same time, I think these at a 7-inch scale works great. Works wonders. So you have that. I feel one more unboxing. Let me refill the drink first. And I'm feeling another one. I blew the Predator, yeah. There you go. Patrick, don't be on his side. Don't encourage him. Don't encourage him. All right, we're going to open my latest Arnold Schwarzenegger purchase. Showed it a couple weeks ago from when I went down to the Toy Vault up here in Massachusetts. We have a T2 Terminator to T800 Arnold Schwarzenegger. And it's funny, seeing this figure, seeing the Dutch from part 1, you could see where NECA has really improved on their character models and their molds. So this one's not as good as some of the other ones. Like right now, despite the movie, the best Arnold Schwarzenegger figure up there, is the Revelations one. And it's funny. I saw it in a lot of y'all's videos. That Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I thought it would peg warm, but I'm glad it didn't. I'm glad a lot of people realized that even though the movie sucks, it's a great, great Arnold figure. Definitely worth the purchase. All right. So here we go. Out of the package. Comes with the chain, the Gatling gun. Comes with a pack. And there's the shotgun is behind him where he was spinning it. You got that there. This one. Oh, the head popped off. That's hilarious. This is the old school twist ties. It's weird. This figure is so old. As far as when it was made, it smells like a McFarlane figure. But it's not. As some of you remember, the old school McFarlane figures, like the Spawn figures, had a very distinct smell to them. This smells like that. All right. Got him out. Ooh, I knew this was going to happen. I was a little disappointed when I saw it, but I was like, I need this figure. I need it. Get this out of here too. A lot of twist ties on here. Oh, as far as humans go, they made the entire crew from Alien. They made that whole crew. They don't sell that well from what I saw. They go over time because the fans that buy the Alien figures are pretty dedicated, but they do sit for a bit. So that might be why they don't sell as much. Here's Arnold's. Put his head back on. Oh, it's not the shotgun. It's the I don't even know what you call it. The thing that you would put in like the grenade and it shoots it off. He's got that. Yeah, and he's got them across the chest there. But the complaint, legs don't move. Yeah, that's why it reminds me of McFarlane as well. Does not move. The torso will twist. Looks like the jacket can come off, but you can't change the arm out. And what's weird, you can't really see it. I'll take a second. Yeah. On the back of the packaging, they have him, but then I mean, obviously the skeleton is not there. 40 millimeter. Thank you. The skeleton's obviously not there, but it shows, him without the shirt on, with the hand, him battle damage down here. So you would kind of assume it came with this stuff, but it doesn't. It's just showing you like other versions you can buy. Still a great figure. No alternate hands. Single joint on the elbows. But again, as far as detail, NECA kills it there. You got the bullet holes in the back. Yeah. Great on the details. I'm wondering. Yeah, maybe I can do like a little swap thing here. Let's see, this might actually be the move. I'm not sure. It doesn't stay on as well, but it kind of works. I can switch out the hands, but even with the red like video game thing, it kind of looks like blood from a distance. But I could probably change out the jacket, change out the arms. It just won't, the head won't stay on. Let me see this other one here. Yeah. Yeah, different size pegs. Oh, well. I still might do it for photos. Still might be a thing, but great figure, despite no leg articulation. Struggled a bit on that word, but we got it out there. Yeah, still a great figure. And then once again, comparison. There you go. So this feels like a more 6-inch scale. Am I tripping? Oh, no, it's the same. Yeah, it's the same. But I'm happy to finally have a T2 Terminator, because I had Sarah Connor, I have John Connor up there, and then I have all the Terminator figures from the first movie, like his T800. But I did not have a T2 outside of, this one. So it's good to finally have that. Legacy of the Nerd in the house. Good to see you. They try to make him as stiff as the movie. There you go. There you go. I'm glad JB was able to correct us on or inform us what weapon that was. But yeah, NECA to me, man, killed it. Absolutely killed it. You get different hands, different guns, all that stuff. So first place for me. So now I got to find a place for this other Arnold up there in the 80s corner, the Arnold corner. And I have one more Arnold Schwarzenegger coming. And that is from the brand I mentioned before, Super 7. Pre-ordered King Conan with the throne. It feels like a year ago. When it will show up, I have no idea. I need my King Conan from Super 7. I need my Lemmy from Motorhead, Cliff Burton. Then I'll need a drummer. Once I get Lemmy and I get Cliff Burton, both bassists, I'm not dumb, I know, but would both use guitar synthesizers and pedals. So you can get a guitar sound out of one of them in this dream band. But got Lemmy, got Cliff. Now I need a drummer, some Super 7 drummer, and then I'll have my Super 7 band up there. Be great. Be great. Awesome. So we are caught up on the chat. We are caught up on some unboxings. We'll do some more probably next week. Trust me, believe me. I forgot to get the rest of these accessories out of here. Nothing too crazy here. I thought it was going to come with the gun. I feel like it was in here and I dropped it. There's also these like S hooks back here. I don't know what they're for. but I'll save onto those. And then his like shoulder shield thing. It's got that as well. What I was gonna say before is I mean, I desperately want to talk some TV shows and movies with you guys. We're holding strong. So hopefully the strike is over soon because there's so much I want to talk about. And yeah, I think that's it. We'll talk about the HasLab stuff on Monday because by then that should be the last day of the Giant Man. Or does Giant Man end on Sunday? 4 days and 2 hours. So the 24th. 24th is Tuesday. So yeah, just like with the Ghost, we will do a check of the HasLab for Nerdy Coffee, and then by Thursday we'll have the results of the HasLab. Slowly growing. We got another 400-ish people since Tuesday's show, so it's climbing. It's climbing, but we'll see. They're dropping lots of promo for it, which is good. Dropping lots of promo, but it'll back. It's gonna back. R.I.P. to Giant Man, even though I wanted it for those who wanted it. Yeah. I think it's going to make it. It's just not going to get the tears. Looks like you had a fantastic time at New York Comic Con. Great to see. Have a great night and weekend, people. Yeah. There you go. Couldn't have said it better myself. There's a show. I got a lot of toys to clean up here. Got a lot of stuff to put away. But again, cheers to all of you. Another New York Comic Con in the books. And next up, technically, TBD, Rhode Island Comic Con, but my wedding as well. Here's the fun one for you guys. Here's the fun one. My wedding's on a Thursday. Do I stream from the wedding? Who knows? Who knows? Things might get crazy. Either way, HeyArcher Live every Thursday, 8:15-ish p.m., even when I'm on the road, here on Nerd Affiliated. Every Monday morning, 9 a.m.-ish Eastern, here on Nerd Affiliated. We have Nerdy Coffee. 2 different shows, 2 different vibes. Either way, you're stuck with this guy. And yeah, according to Anthony, he may be a dead guy. Like, comment, subscribe. Channel memberships are pinned in the chat. Patches available, limited edition, limited amounts of the website. Talk to all you nerds in the next video. Peace. Where was Rolando, by the way? Where was Rolando? Rolando never misses any show. Somebody find Rolando. I'll talk to all you nerds in the next video.
16 says I just whipped your ass.